Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild. After our failure, or my failure, with the guns, because the guns are broken, I took a look at comments on Reddit and on Steam and all that stuff, and it seems turrets are just broken. It's funny, the the drone, if you bring in enemy drones, their turrets work, but your turrets don't. So, I don't know. I will continue to work with that. The turrets eventually will be back on track, and so I want to continue my work with the turrets. So, find points where I can put in turrets and where I can use them to fight off enemy ships. Okay. A lot of people seem to like the idea of going a bit more fighty in the next in the next not season, but in the next world. I myself like that too. I want to change up my way of building ships with that and all that stuff. People suggest over and over the Escape from Mars scenario. I will take a look at that, but I'm not too big of a fan of the scenarios. I want to do my own stuff, and I saw some people play the scenarios, and for now I'm not too keen on that, I have to say. In the last few days, there was hotfix over hotfix over hotfix for the game, but it seems that nothing changed too much when it comes to problems with the game. Okay, I want to have some positions down here. Let me get into that. I need to see if there's a way to connect that up to, so 1, 2, maybe 1 back, maybe 1 more up. This roughly in the middle of the whole thing there. That's a good place for it. So I have that down there, and there might be a connection. Yes, there's connection to the yeah, I emptied out this section here. Hope the doors are closed. Or I've put in some airlocks to these sections where I have the hangar doors, because at the moment I still don't have the force fields. So, and I'm not sure if I might ever get them back. They seem to run not pretty well. Okay, where's the hole now? Must be here. Okay. Good. Yeah, I hope that this Thursday there will be a definitive fix for it, and then we might hopefully end up with a working game again. That would be neat, because it's the way it is right now. Last time I talked about that, I don't want to start a world if the world is still, if it doesn't matter, if this world is as broken as the new one would be. 3 from every corner. 1, 2, 3, and then I can just dig in here. Okay, see that I'm still lagging and all that stuff. Again, we need to get away from here. What I could do, but at the moment it doesn't really matter. We could get away from the planet a bit. Maybe that's a good idea. Let me let me think of a way where how we could, again, the planet definitely is not working for us here. Let me figure that out. I'm a bit away from the planet. It runs a bit better, but take a look at this. We still run into this problem. These ships are still connected. Some people said, I saw that in a chat where people said that they abuse this to fill their cargo holds with ore because you can attach a miner to your ship basically with a connector, then jump a bit, then take your miner out and fly with it, and you are officially still connected to the ship. So all the cargo that the miner brings in comes into the connected ships. It's amazing, bit cheaty, but hey, it's official. It's in the game. It's not a bug. It's a feature. Yeah, we still run into that. The game still disconnects ships after the jump. Okay, I'm roughly 1,000 kilometers away from the planet. I took all the ships that I want and I need, and here we can continue to work on our weapon systems. Again, it will be a mix of energy weapons. Someone in the comments said that it would be good to just rely on energy weapons, and that is true. But on the other hand, I want to have this space battle feeling from Battlestar Galactica, where the miniguns and point defense weapons spew out bullets, and it. So I want to add a few Gatling cannons to have this feeling, and some missile turrets can't be bad too. We will see. I don't want to have this ship look like a hedgehog on the outside, pricked with guns. If it would be possible at the moment to make moving gun turrets or something like that, I would do that, but the game doesn't handle pistons and rotors at the moment pretty well, so I might just stay away from that. Good, let me undock all the ships and clear that up, and then we continue with drilling holes into the hull. The good thing with the energy weapons is that mostly we wouldn't need to add conveyor connections. For the Gatlings, we definitely want that, and we definitely need that. For the side turrets, I will go with just a few openings, basically. I have made 2 in the middle there, then 1 in the back, and the 1 up there we drilled together, and I've made basically the same there. This will be points for connectors. I want to add connectors for these big guns I have here too. I don't know what's up with that, but they have a connector, a connection for a connector. And it could be that they need something from the system. Don't know, maybe they run on hydrogen or something like that. And I want to be able to give them exactly that. So in the front here we will have the big guns. Or in the front and the back. And in the middle, some Gatling guns. And there in the back there too. The rest will be laser defenses. So maybe some big guns on top. Somewhere there in the front. and there in the back. And then the rest will be laser defense turrets. I haven't decided which to use yet. I could use these. These work pretty well. They are also a beam laser. What I can do with these is I can basically put the bottom part here into the hull of the ship. These look nice, but that's not possible with them. So these would stick out. Maybe you want to help me with a decision there. Should we inset them? We could also do a mixture. Maybe have one or two sitting there with this type of gun. Because again, I think they really look good. They look pretty realistic, like a realistic laser weapon might look. These again, they are a bit more they don't add too much to the outside of the ship. So I would be able to have them again. That's the only part that would stick out. Do we have that? Let me take a look. I have put some lasers onto the Duchessa, and I'm not sure if I have. Yeah, here. It would look basically like this. And they work pretty well as point defense weapons. The other form of laser are designated as point defense weapons. These work pretty similar. And then these are some plasma turrets that are basically from the same pack as these. I don't like them too much, although they also look pretty cool, and yeah, added to a small surface or to a surface, they look like these small turrets that stick out there. But these are more like 80s TV style laser weapons that you would see in shows in the 80s, technology shows, Knight Rider, Airwolf, something like that. You would see these laser weapons. These are, in my opinion, far more realistic. You can help me decide there. Good. We need to make connections now for these weapons. I have these connectors. I want to hide this stuff behind the wall anyway, so we could just grab connection from there and go around the corner here and then end up there. That I think is the most viable option here. Let me figure that out. Just use some conveyor tubes. One thing I read in the meantime, again, and it's an argument a lot of people make, that conveyors are a bit problematic when it comes to the game. The huge conveyor systems in huge ships, and I don't know what huge means there, seem to be problematic. And reading that more and more, that's one thing that speaks for using just energy weapons here. The argument is good, but again, it's a style thing. I definitely want to not only use energy weapons. Having a good weapon mixture is always a good thing. So maybe we can also go with that. Not that there is any difference in. So I don't know. There could be an RP reason for. Where could I connect that to? Is there something behind here? There must be something behind. Ooh, yes. Yeah, there's air. That's one thing that's there. A lot of air. Okay, then bring in a conveyor, another conveyor block, and then some conveyor tubes. I want to close this with the blocks so that it's definitely airtight. The Gatling guns will look a bit weird on the outside, but that's a thing we have to go with. I basically got rid of most of the weapon mods I had in the game, so that leaves us with the vanilla Gatling turrets. Oh, you can see how jumpy the game is. I have the feeling, and that's a thing I noticed most of the time when I come out of one of the wormhole portals. If I make a really long distance travel with the wormhole portals, the game starts to, make movements. If I would like to go in a straight line, you can see that now I can move in a straight line, but sometimes when I come out of a wormhole portal and move to a great distance, the game needs time to basically accommodate to the situation that happened there, and the game starts to move me basically like I am on a grid. So suddenly if I want to go diagonal that way or that way, I would basically move like this if I would like to go diagonal. So it is as if it would move me on a grid, and I'm not sure if that's sometimes what happens when I'm moving and it starts to get choppy. It could be that it is not FPS problems, but this grid movement. I'm not sure how that works and why that is the case. Maybe it is a problem, not a problem with the, but don't know. I don't know how the game basically processes movement. It could be a thing that, don't know, that's how the game processes the movement in the game, that it basically chops the, how to explain it? It moves me in a vector fashion, and normally it hides the fact by making it smooth by, I don't know. So it could be that the whole world is basically a grid. That's the thing. So if you it's so hard to explain this, but it could be that there is some programming trick that makes it so that if I am going diagonally, the game in reality proceeds me as moving on these choppy grid-like things, but it makes it smooth for me in some way, and I don't know. And sometimes again, if I load the game, this happens to me, and yeah, maybe there's a reason, a programming reason that could be why the game does it like that. Don't know. Okay, we need the turrets. A new world will hopefully, make a lot of the stuff better. People are right about maybe it's a problem also with should we make them in white in the front here? That could look nice. We can recolor that if we want. Having a white speck on there might look nice. So this weapon, for example, is a bit out of line. So you can take a look at it. It looks weird because the styles don't fit. Sorry for the choppiness. I can't do anything about that at the moment. It might be, still might be the game. One thing I wanted to ask is, should we, not sure, should we leave out planets for the next world? That's a thing that continuously goes through my head. Maybe just leave out planets. I like the being in space more anyways. But on the other hand, it would rob us of doing cool stuff like the W1, the 1WSX10. I hope that's the right name. The guy that made this vector thrust script told me that there is a new version of it, and yeah, not having planets would rob me of a way to work with stuff like that. Yeah, don't know. Maybe we can discuss that. See that these weapons are from the same pack, and they look vastly different. This is a real science fictionally look, basically. So plasma something weapons, and this is a look more based in reality. It stems from the fact that they, I think, seem to be from different weapon packs or something like that. Don't know. The models, at least. Good. Okay, these point to the back. I think they look pretty great in white. Now where's the front of the weapon? Can we define that? I want to. Oh, okay. The panel seems to make it. I want to have them point down when they are not in use, or should we? These will point. This will be pointing back, and then these. We could have them in white too. These will point back. Also, these will point to the front. I'm doing at the moment just one side of the whole system. Later, I want to have them not idle, anyways. The idle animation, by the way, makes a bit of a problem, but for now I can live with that. It looks nice. The big thing with these guns is, and that's one thing I don't like, they have the 3x3 structure, so you can't hide the bottom of them. You can't hide this part behind blocks, for example. That's a bit dumb. It would be nice if I could now just take some blocks and basically make a brace around them or something like that. That would look neat. Okay, on the top we will add some rocket launchers and have, I would say, more of these guns. 2 in the front, 2 in the back. On the bottom, and we need a decision for on the bottom. We could add some of these plasma, laser, whatever weapons there too. Have them in the middle. One here, one there. One in the back. That might be need 6. And then I want to have some more. Okay, this. And I need to go back with that. So, because I still want to have this open area here, that in the future I can do some work with the with yeah, maybe hangar doors there in the bottom. That's still a plan of mine. Is that in the middle? It is. Maybe I make these black later. Okay, that looks good. So these will be basically the main weapons of the ship. The missile launchers might not. I will just have some so that if they ever are needed, I can have some. Pointing back. Ah, no, this is... No, this will not work. This will not work. You have to go... Oh, no. No. Ooh. Turn on the cleanup. Give me a sec. We can't have weapons here on the back because the Duchessa will sit there, and I don't want it hitting something here. So, that might be a problem. I could add some lasers on the back, just down here, so that at least there is a bit of defense on the back. That might be a good way. So here I could really put the lasers basically into the hull, hide them inside here, and just have the laser head sticking out there. I think this is a good solution for that, for this problem. Yeah, I'm not able to put weapons on the back here. At least I could try if I can fit some here, but the middle has to be free for the Duchessa. Good. Okay, then the next problem will be putting in the rockets. Maybe somewhere in the middle. But that's another problem. So the Duchessa sits here and then roughly over the whole length. So having missiles would be viable for these areas. I could try to open this up. So I wanted to have I wanted to put in basically a ceiling here anyway, so close that up, and then I could put in some missile turrets into some openings here. So I could make some not artificial, it's artificial anyways, but I could make some openings here and put the missile turrets into recesses on the hull. But I would have to... I have no connection for them. Maybe I have to let go of the missile turret idea, because I would have to bring connections to up there, and that makes the hangar... That wouldn't work really well. Maybe some of you have ideas for that. I could just go with more lasers, make recesses anyway, and put some of these lasers in there. That might look cool, because then they don't stick out so much, and we would have some really nice defenses for the top of the ship. And just add a few of these. That might be the idea, I would say. We will do that in the future. Again, I hope that most of the problems will be fixed tomorrow. tomorrow is Thursday, and that we get hopefully a bit of a repaired version so that the turrets work and that the whole game runs without most of the bugs we have right now. If that happens, I will fix most of the stuff in the meantime and maybe build out some of the turrets on my own. Give me the idea how you think we should, if we should go with mostly these or mostly these. So they are both beam weapons, but these have just enough damage to work as point defense weapons. So they shoot down missiles and meteorites and all that stuff. These have, I think, a bit more punch. So we could mix and match them, have these just as point defense turrets, as I said, in recesses in the roof, basically, so that I have these connected up to the conveyor systems. The ones on the bottom I don't have. It's just a thing. I will have to do that. It will work out in the end. So, and again, a mixture of them would be good. So, do you like the idea of setting them into the hull and then have just these heads stick out, use them as basically as point defense and as attack weapons, set these up in the middle as basically weapons that are on the spine of the ship, and then use these as just point defense, so just to shoot down missiles, and these will definitely be just point defenses. So these will shoot down missiles and meteorites. Meteorites, I'm not sure if I want to turn them on in the next game. They are still just a hassle, but I definitely want to work with drones and wolves and all that stuff. That would be really, really nice. Good people, I think we did enough for today. I will work here a bit more, working with the weapons, putting weapons in place, connecting the bottom guns up to to the conveyor system. Hope that does something. We could test that out if this is the first one, so the others should work. Let us see what it does. Minotaur pack. These are definitely connected up, but it didn't change anything with the megajoules here. So maybe maximum input 90 megawatts. So let us just shoot. They shoot pretty slow. They must have a huge impact. So I need to turn all the stuff like characters, meteorites, and missiles. I need to turn off. So this one will be turned off too. And idle movement. I don't want to have idle movement. Okay, they shoot, but they shoot slowly. That's okay. They are the big guns, basically. We now have to add smaller guns around the ship. That will work out. Good people. Again, I have to end it again, basically. I think that's all for today. Hope you liked the episode. Again, it's a bit rambly and still preparations and all that stuff. I know. Hope you liked it anyways. If you did, then please leave a like on the video. Leave a comment if you have something to say about the weapons and about how we should go with the lasers. That would be neat. And I hope to see you in the next video. See ya.